your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be discussing about the news of Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. People have had some positive feedback about Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. However, there has also been a negative feedback that comes along with it, and we're just going to be discussing about that. By the way, if you happen to like the content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Now, it's perfectly fine to criticize a game, a trailer, whatever, but I still think it's a little too early to make a harsh criticism about the game when we only know a little. The biggest complaint that I've seen for Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 is that the old cast might not be in it. The trailer basically showed us a ton of new characters, and people are concerned that the old cast might not be in Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. It's still a little too early to know if that's true or not. The old cast might make a return to the game, but we don't know yet. Most likely yes, because it does have Honkai Impact in the fucking title, but we don't know for sure if the old cast will make a return to Part 2 or not. My bet is going to be yes. Old cast characters might make a return for Part 2, but even if it doesn't mean anything. Just because the old characters might not make a return doesn't mean the game will fail, or it doesn't mean the game will be bad. I get that people want to look for something that's familiar to them, but constantly focusing on the old characters is not really going to go anywhere. The whole point of this first trailer is to introduce the new stuff, the new characters, the new setting. The game takes place on Mars for whatever reason. I guess Earth just dies or something, I don't know. Haven't been really keeping too much with Honkai Impact 3rd's story. Anyways, it's still too early to know if characters from the old era will come back or not. And even if they don't, it doesn't make the game, or it doesn't make Part 2 bad automatically. I think why some people are concerned about this, because if the old characters don't make a return, then the game itself will just feel totally different. Now, in my experience, whenever a series lasts very long, it's going to change drastically. It's going to have a very drastic change. Pokemon has drastically changed. Naruto has drastically changed. The anime went from about ninjas, now it's about sci-fi gods and sci-fi technology and shit. Things just change, and Honkai Impact 3rd is going to change with Part 2. Another negative feedback I've seen about the game is the self-insert MC. Now, we are not entirely sure if the MC is a self-insert or not. The MC might actually have a character of their own. I can kind of understand why people are concerned about a self-insert MC, since Genshin Impact's self-insert MC, the Traveler, is very bad. Very boring, very bland. Paimon does most of the talking anyway, so what the fuck is the point of the Traveler anyway if Paimon, our little fairy friend, is just gonna do most of the talking? I get that the Genshin Impact icon has Paimon in it, but goddamn, just let the Traveler speak and do more stuff for once. So I think that's why people are concerned about a self-insert MC. As I stated earlier, we are not 100% sure if this MC is going to be self-insert or not. But I will give Hoyoverse credit, they have been kind of better with self-insert MCs, like for Star Rail for instance. The MC does have more dialogue and they even have more voiced lines compared to the Traveler. And you can even make your Trailblazer, the MC in Star Rail, say ridiculous stuff. You can either make them polite or you can make them just a funny asshole. So I think Hoyoverse has been slightly better when it comes to self-insert MCs. Another reason why people are concerned about a self-insert MC is that they just want more characterization for the MC, like Kiana did in Honkai Impact. Kiana had a lot of character development in Honkai Impact, and I think people want to see that again for Part 2. But we are not 100% sure if this MC is self-insert or not, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's only the first trailer. We're gonna get more trailer as time goes on. That's basically most of the negative feedback I've seen for Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. I've seen smaller things like the new cast of characters look very Genshin-y or Star Rail-y. They don't look that good. The lollies have been adultified. The game just looks different, taking place in Mars. The UI for Part 2 looks kind of bad. Those are just very minor stuff. Anyways, I still think it's a little too early to complain about the cast of characters and the main character. I might as well give my thoughts about Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 since I did used to make content for this game. To be honest, I'm kind of neutral about Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. I do think it's very good that Hoyoverse is extending the life of the game, because most developers would probably just end the game and tell you fuck off. But I'm glad that Hoyoverse decided to take this approach. This lifespan extension for Honkai Impact is thanks to you guys that have been supporting the game for all these years, and for the loyalty that you've done for this game. So I think Hoyoverse is really thankful for that. Will I play part 2 or not? I don't know. I did make some content for Honkai Impact 3rd. I did summon videos, I did a few gameplay videos. The reason I stopped is because my old channel got terminated, so I basically had to start over again on this channel. And since I started with Genshin, I've been pumping up Genshin content. I've made content for Nikkei for a bit. I've made content for Ether Gazer. PGRPC came out, so I made content for that. I've made content for Snowbreak Containment Zone. I've made content for Star Rail. And slowly Honkai Impact 3rd kind of just, faded into the back. It's not like I wanted to stop playing Honkai Impact, it's just that I was covering other stuff. Whether I play part or 2 not is really up in the air. I might play it, I might not even cover it on the channel. I might cover it on the channel, I kind of don't really know. As of right now, I'm more interested in Wuthering Waves, and I think that game might come out relatively soon. My best estimate is maybe before the end of this year. I do have a concern for part 2, and that concern is, how is Hoyoverse going to manage part 2? Honkai Impact 3rd already has a shit ton of content in the game already, and with the introduction of part 2, it's going to add even more content, and it's going to be even more overwhelming. Will new players be able to part 2 immediately, or do they have to play part 1 first? I'm very curious to know how Hoyoverse is going to balance all of this content out for newer players, since Honkai Impact 3rd by itself is already pretty overwhelming. But that's just a small concern anyways. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for part 2 Honkai Impact 3rd? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys later.